Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Preston here, and today this is just a quick post reaction to Tszyu versus Carlos Ocampo. So, Tszyu becomes victorious with the first round devastating knockout. What a win! Tszyu did not waste any time in that fight. He just went in and just completely starched Carlos Ocampo in that fight. I thought this fight was going to go a little longer. I did not expect Tszyu to just go in and absolutely just crush Carlos Ocampo. That's crazy. So, Tszyu remains undefeated but bumping up his record to 23-0 with 0 draws, 17 wins coming by way of knockout. And then Carlos Ocampo falling to 35-3 with 0 draws, 23 wins coming by way of knockout. Now his 3 losses came from Errol Spence Jr. by knockout, Sebastian Fundora by unanimous decision, and Tszyu by first round knockout. Alright, so now let's get to what happened in the fight. Alright. First round, which is the only round in the fight. So, first round, Tszyu hit Ocampo with a right hand that pretty much set the tone for the whole fight. Because once that connected on Ocampo, it proved that Ocampo had no defense for Tszyu or just had, the pretty much just like the mentality to beat him, nor the chin. And Tszyu started hitting Ocampo with the barrage of punches. Then when Tszyu was catching Ocampo, Ocampo was landing a little bit of combos, so at least it showed that he was trying. But then a right hand hit Ocampo again and dropped Ocampo. Wait, no, I think it was I don't think it was a right hand. I think it was a left hand. But then a left hand dropped Ocampo. Wait, no, I know it was a right hand. 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 But then a right hand hit Ocampo again and dropped Ocampo for the first time in the fight. Then Tszyu started rocking Ocampo with about 3 right hands. Then Tszyu came with a big shot directly on the chin that knocked out Ocampo to the point where that Ocampo started looking up to the ceiling, very confused of what just happened. My thoughts on Tszyu's performance. What a win by Tszyu. Tszyu definitely shocked me in this fight with that first round knockout. But to be honest with you, I had a feeling that he was about to knock out Ocampo within 1 round, even though that wasn't my prediction. I feel like Tszyu was physically and mentally stronger than Ocampo. And Tszyu made the fight just look easy because Ocampo, in my opinion, is not that bad of a fighter. And Ocampo would still give a lot of the top fighters problems. My thoughts on Carlos Ocampo's performance. Carlos Ocampo tried his best. He tried his best of what he can do, and I do respect Ocampo because he did try to land combos on Tszyu that kind of backed up Tszyu a little bit. And I feel like Tszyu wasn't just wait, hold on. I feel like Tszyu was just a little too ready for Ocampo. I feel like Ocampo wasn't as ready. I feel like Ocampo was just taking the fight a little too seriously, but you never know though, to be honest with you, because if the fight would have went a lot longer, Ocampo would have probably put on a much tougher fight than what he just put on in reality. Because the thing is that, yeah, it proved that he had a bad chin. But the thing is, if Tszyu didn't get rid of him so quickly, then you never know. It would have been definitely a much tougher fight in my opinion. All right, so which one are we on? Oh yeah, but I still want to see Ocampo in fights with other top prospects like Carlos Adames or maybe go all the way to Kazakhstan and fight Sergey Derevyanchenko or something like that. Because I don't really see Derevyanchenko fighting in America that much longer, or fight at all, to be honest. Because he's getting old. You know, he has 5 losses now. He's kind of just a gatekeeper now. And you know, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight in America, but I mean, if he did fight Ocampo just for like a refresher, you know, he would have to go all the way to his country, in my opinion. What's next for Tszyu, in my opinion? What's next for Tszyu, in my opinion, is Jermell Charlo. I feel like Tszyu and Charlo would be a very good pay-per-view fight, in my opinion. And Tszyu been wanting this fight for a long time. And Tszyu has been improving a lot, in my own opinion, ever since he beat the overrated Jeff Horn. And Tszyu been saying that he would travel to America to fight Charlo. So I feel like if Charlo really needs, because I feel like Charlo really needs to fight Tszyu before people start saying that Charlo is ducking Tszyu. You know, because you know those internet clowns, you know, they'll start just bringing up the duck word and shit. You know, and but if Charlo takes long or just doesn't fight Tszyu for some reason, then Tszyu can fight Brian Castano. Tszyu versus Castano would be a good fight because both fighters are very similar in styles, which would make a very interesting fight. Gotta make this keep going. Alright. And if they do fight, the winner of that fight can fight Jermell Charlo. Because I feel like if Castano does win that fight, he would be down for a trilogy. Because the first fight was a draw, and the second fight was a good fight. But Charlo improved and was more ready and stopped Brian Castano in that fight. I forgot what round it was, but I mean, he stopped him. But if Tszyu wins against Brian Castano, then there is no other fighter to fight for Charlo besides Tszyu. Because if Charlo goes and fights, for instance, Sebastian Fundora or fights Erickson Lubin for the second time, then that would most definitely trigger the internet clowns, in my opinion, and start clowning Charlo. Because even in my opinion, if he goes and fights Sebastian Fundora or goes and fights Erickson Lubin for the second time, instead of fighting Tszyu, who've been calling him out for a very long time, then that would be a duck, in my opinion, because then he just doesn't want anything to do with them. I don't know, maybe like if for like, you know, maybe I don't want to judge, but you know, maybe he can't, you know, fight him for some apparent reason. I don't know. Well, that doesn't really make any sense because if Tszyu fights Charlo, he would have to fight all the way to in the United States. Because just like I said, I think Tszyu said that he would go all the way to the U.S. to fight Jermell Charlo. And the thing is, bro, that would be a good fight, man. That's a fight I would really like to see. But anyhow, man, you know, Tszyu remains undefeated. You know, he knocks out and starches Carlos Ocampo in the first round. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm Preston, and peace out.